Hey everyone, so welcome to episode 13 in my look at limited edition football boots throughout the years. Today we're looking at a Nike boot, so let's get right into it. So in today's video we're looking at, as I said, a Nike boot, and one that I've spoken about quite a lot on my channel purely because of a fake boot that was trying to be sold a few months ago. Just a quick update on that one. The buyer, I should say, actually got in touch with me this week and said that he had to go through the what's it called again, the PayPal, disputing system in order to get his money back from the reputable seller, so to speak. So that's really disappointing that it actually, even after it was highlighted to him and he promised that he hadn't sent the boots out, and then he said that he was going to refund the guy the money, he had to go through the dispute centre, which is really a bit awful of the guy. It took 2 months to get his money back, and if you've ever had that happen to you on PayPal, it's not really great. You can't do anything with your PayPal account and stuff like that. So that's a quick update on that situation, but it has been resolved now. The guy has got his money back and the fake boots have been hopefully thrown in the bin. But anyway, we are of course looking at the Mercurial SL. Now, one of the most outstanding limited edition football boots that Nike have ever made in terms of technology and stuff like that, worn by Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2008 Champions League final. It was supposed to be worn by Drogba as well for Chelsea, but he changed his mind and decided not to wear it. So let's get these boots out of the box and have a look at these two amazing football boots. Okay, so here we have it. First of all, it's just a great looking football boot. It's all carbon fibre upper, carbon fibre sole plate. Now they made two variations of this boot. They made the soft ground version, which was 500 pairs, of which this is number 127. It says so on the tongue, 127 of 500 pairs. And the firm ground model, they made 2008 versions of that boot, and they're all again numbered on the tongue. They're also numbered on the box in a handwritten 127 out of 500, so you can just make sure you've got the correct box with a pair if you're looking to buy them, because the number on the box and the number on the tongue should be exactly the same. Now over the years I've had quite a few pairs of these, and trying to get a pair that's brand new in box that's never been worn is actually really tough. The carbon fibre upper really doesn't like any kind of usage at all. It seems to make a mark on the carbon, and if they've worn it once you can blatantly tell. And it's one of these boots that by wearing it once it really affects the value of the football boot. Now from a collecting point of view, which I always try and bring this back to, from the collecting point of view, this boot has gone up and down in value over the years quite a lot. I remember when I first started collecting, I was trying to get a pair of these. Someone sold a firm ground pair and a soft ground pair together in one pack. I went for £300 on eBay. Since then, I've seen it go up to £2,000, £2,500, and recently, I'd say it's dropped quite a bit and it's coming down sort of the £500, £600, £700 mark. However, there are still pairs on eBay at the higher price ranges because they've never sold and stuff like that. So if you are looking for a pair of these and you are desperate for them, get speaking to people who've got them or try to sell them, because I don't feel they are demanding the high prices anymore. But if someone wants that and you want them, then you're going to have to pay whatever price it is that they're after. But it is a boot that lots of people are after. I think some of the older boot collectors really still rate this boot very highly and know its true value, whereas it's a bit tougher to find these days, and it means that some people really don't value it as highly. That was seen by the fake pair that were put out because they look nothing like this boot, but I think some of the new collectors kind of were fooled into it a little bit, into thinking they were the genuine football boot. But as I say, it was worn by Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2008 Champions League final, which Man United obviously won, and that kind of put this boot onto another sort of level in terms of collectors, because there's obviously a great story behind the boot. Obviously being all carbon fibre, this was at a time when Puma had put it in the sole plate, and then we'd seen the Vapor 4 SLs from Nike and things like that, and so to put it on this boot, which is more not a concept as such, because obviously they made it into reality, but it was a boot that was worn. I think Ronaldo only wore it once. He only wore it in training and then wore it in the match, and that was pretty much it. We didn't see many other people wearing it. I have seen some of my friends that have had this boot and they've worn it and stuff like that, and it just looks absolutely mashed up afterwards. Funnily enough though, again, if you look on eBay and things like that, you'll see people that have worn this boot and then they're trying to sell them. They're still getting £200-300 for the boot even when it's worn up, because people want to try it. And I have heard reports that this boot isn't very comfortable to wear, but then the Vapor 4 wasn't apparently a very comfortable boot to wear, so again that would make a bit more sense. But it was just a step forward in technology, and putting the pink swoosh on it was just made it stand out even more. So fantastic, fantastic football boot from Nike. See, very, very limited. As I said, 500 pairs of this one, 2008 pairs of the firm ground version. Does it affect the price of them? I don't really know, because firm ground boots go for more, it feels like, than the soft ground version, but the soft ground version is only 500 pairs of. So again, it all depends on what you want. Lots of people just want a Mercurial SL in their collection. They don't care if it's firm ground or soft ground. I've had both in my collection. I kept the firm ground pair and I sold I kept the soft ground and sold the firm ground purely because it was more limited, but that was a personal choice more than anything else. So it's something that you just have to look at yourself and see if you actually want to value the soft ground more because there's less pairs of it. So anyway, so that's the Mercurial SL, stunning football boot from Nike, one of the best in my collection. I always say this, that when I post this boot on Instagram, I always feel like it doesn't get the number of likes that it should do compared to some of the other stuff. If I post something that's just a normal super flag, it can get lots of likes. Then I post this and it's something that either people don't know about it or they just don't realize how amazing an actual football boot it is. Proper boot heads, they definitely get what the boot is, so I think they understand it a little bit more. So anyway, let me know what you think of this football boot in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week when I'll be looking at a messy 1010 football boot in my rundown of the limited edition football boots that have been released over the last 15-20 years. Thanks everyone.